Hello there, it's Lori Christos with Madonna and Child Jewelry, and I did a little mini buy it now video yesterday, and had some items, like 10 items, for a discount, like holiday price of like $48 a piece. And I sold a few things, so I said if I, had some success, I would try it again with some different pieces. Now, these pieces are kind of all over the map, like they're random, like just random stuff that I just pulled quickly. Some I recently bought and didn't like work out for me. Other things I created, but there's some really cool stuff and really good bargains in here. Some of these things would be like even break-even prices. So I am just gonna pick some stuff out one at a time, and I'll start with this one. So this one is just a beautiful sterling double-sided locket. It's a big piece. It's like 1.5 inches. It has some etched design. It's got a really bright patina. Inside, it had a little bit of a yellow tone and a little bit of like we need some Goo Gone in there. But this would be a great gift to put like pictures of your doggy or your grandkids and give it as a gift. It looks brand new. On this chain, it looks like it's literally never been worn. There's like not even a scratch on it. So a piece like this on a beautiful chain that I believe is, I can measure really quick. I mean, I'm going to be using my mandrel and stuff like all the other people do, so you can bear with me, but I don't know any of this off the top of my head because I randomly picked it. So measuring the chain is, where's my lucky measuring tape? I don't have it. So it's 18 inches. So 18 inches, sterling, big look, beautiful, goes with everything, chunky, just gorgeous, like, and all vintage chain and vintage locket. So that's my first piece. Here's another piece I made. I guess I'll try to pick out, there's only a few necklaces. This one I actually just put together myself. I did a short on, it was not that long ago, like 10 days ago, because I bought a bunch of intaglio pendants because I love them. They're like Italian, Roman carved, and this one was one of my favorite intaglios, and I was going to try to do like a charm necklace with pieces next to it, and it was just too stunning. I just had to leave it alone. I just had to leave it as is. So color wise, this one is not amber so much as it has like a crimson vibe, if you can see. I'm trying to get like the light in it. So it's more of a crimson than an orange. Beautiful detail. Now this looks like gold filled to me. I don't test for gold, but it doesn't, it's not magnetized. This is definitely a fine piece, a fine intaglio. And we've got, it looks like, just a Roman, gorgeous, like hunk of a man with long hair and literally like a wreath around his head. So I added the gold tone chain, which is old. I've had it for quite some time. It's probably going back to the costume Monet era, and some like bubbles with rhinestones just to jazz it up. And it makes it like just a beautiful, elegant piece. Like I could see this with a suit or a black dress, but then, my vibe, I could see it with a vintage t-shirt and jeans, or just a tank. So this one, I paid up for this piece, so I want to do a good discount here for the holiday show to get people to my channel and to see the quality of my work. So this one I'm going to do for $75. No, I'm actually dropping it to $65. And this one would be like $95 to $125 at my show. But I just made it. I think it's a beautiful piece. It's a classic, and you've got all vintage and antique pieces here. So $65, and the length, some of them, tend to be a little shorter, but this is like 17 inches. You can always add an extender. If you're like, Lori, I need some kind of extender, I can always add rings or something to the end to add an inch or so. that doesn't stop me. I add them all over the place. I take chain away, I add chain, so I can always layer my pieces. So big look, great price for $65. And there you have it, one of a kind. This is like a Madonna and Child piece. The other locket with the silver chain is, you know, anybody could have just put these two together. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. So, you know, it's still a unique piece because they're both vintage. Okay, along the vibe of the intaglio, I used the second intaglio, and I did a short on this. I used the second intaglio in a charm bracelet that is all like costume, but they're like really, you know, cool charms. We've got a couple of fobs. One is like an emerald green. The other is like, you know, the smoky topaz. The intaglio is gold tone, and it is like a more of an emerald green. It's kind of all green and topaz-y kind of colors. There's a really cool bell. It rings. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 charms on it. And again, if you were to wear it together with this intaglio as a set, you've got the matching little baubles there. This one is big. I sized it up to like a 7.5 because I have really small wrists, and I wouldn't want, you know, once you remove the chain, it's kind of hard on a chain like this to put it back. So if somebody is a smaller size, because my nails get in the way. So there we go. If you can see them all. One is a little Madonna that I adorned with, you know, it's just a Virgin Mary, just, you know, a gold tone piece. And I just adorned it with a round pearl pendant. And it's a really big look. Really big look. And I've had these charms and this chain. I've had these for years. Like we could be talking 25 years in my boxes of stuff. So when I go and make stuff and I need a chain or I need a pendant, or I used to do all charm necklaces, 5, 6 charm necklaces on chunky chains. That was when they were really in fashion, and they're coming back. So my daughter's like, you should switch that out and make it a charm necklace. But I'm like, charm bracelets are in too, and classic. And it's, you know, they're great for layering. So I just love it. I actually, on my short, had lowered the price to $60. I have way more than that in it, but it's more like over time, a collection of pieces and putting it together. So, I mean, if somebody got this for $60 for the holidays, it's a big look. I think they'd really appreciate it. Okay, so necklace, bracelet. This is something I whipped up. I actually did a short on this one as well. This is all kind of like a little bit of a mess. I'm much more organized, but tonight I just slopped it on a tray. So this one was originally a pin, and I had bought it from one of our YouTube sellers, and it came like that with all these like 4 pieces together, and like, you know, a fob. This is all like gold tone costume, and I love doing like drop necklaces, you know, up here with long pieces, but I think the average person, you know, could just stick it over their head and, you know, wear it like that. It would just rest nicely. You can layer it with all your gold. And this one is $48. This should have been in yesterday's sale. So for $48, you're getting, you know, a beautiful classic vintage chain. You're getting a beautiful piece. It's a one of a kind. No one's going to have something like this. And if you wear a lot of gold, and I do wear a lot of like 18 karat gold, I think it all works together. I don't take any of this stuff off, and it all goes together. I just wouldn't shower in it. I would just keep it nice. This light's bugging me. Okay, we're going to go that way. Okay, a couple other little necklaces. This one is a little one that I just put together, would make a sweet little gift. This one's $38, and I found the piece in California. It's just the, you know, silver, like silver tubes. These are sterling with little chunks of turquoise, and it didn't have a pendant on it, so I just added a sterling heart. So and that was a vintage one. I mean, it's not super old, but it's definitely got some patina on it. It's got some ornate cutout, like a heart within a heart. But I liked it together. It's not always the same old thing. And you could still layer it with all your turquoise. And if somebody loved turquoise, I think for $38, that's a big look. Definitely, probably breaking even there or worse. But it doesn't matter. These are just pieces that I'm not going to be doing auctions on, just buy it now prices. So if you like anything and you see it, the earlier you respond, the better off. Okay, this one I talked about a lot and was one of my absolute favorites, keeper-wise. But I decided to put it up because I replaced it with so many other things recently, and I just love the look because I basically had found this vintage turquoise pendant, and these were earrings at one time that I had a matching cuff, and I just didn't like all the match, so I bookended it here, and I love this the way it all waterfalls down together, and it's not on a Navajo bead or a sterling bead, but you've got that look with a burnished bead necklace that's on a chain, and I wear it with layers and layers of other turquoise and Navajo beads, and you would never tell the difference. And these pieces are signed, you know, I know the pendant's signed sterling, if you can see there. But the earrings are sterling, or these pendants now, the shorter ones, are sterling as well. And just beautiful, all the Navajo design. So this pendant we're looking at from the bail is like a little over, like it's like 2.5 inches, and then these are about 1 inch a piece. And I think you have a huge look here. This looks like something you pay like maybe $250 for, and wear it with all your turquoise. And I'm selling this one for $95, and this is only through the holidays, and then it'll just go back with all my stuff, and summer will come, and I'll hang on to it again for another year. Turquoise, I showed that. I'll show you a couple of I have a couple of turquoise rings, and I've really lowered the price here. So this one is just a sweetie weedy vintage coral turquoise, the shank, like a double shank. Just sweet. If I have a finger, it'll fit on. My fingers are getting big, so I'll take off that hunker. So just a sweet ring. What a great gift for somebody that loves the two colors, coral and turquoise, or even wants a pinky ring, because this is going to be small, but it's your classic Navajo size. So it's a 6.5, like a perfect 6.5, and that's sterling. So this one I'm doing for $38. I think that's a good price because I paid more, but it doesn't matter. This one I absolutely love. I bought it from Dina. It's a Zuni, Kachina doll face. I absolutely love her, adore. And she only fits on barely 1 finger of mine. And I have probably 20 rings that are this style. And I just bought another Kachina that made me decide I should sell this one. I don't need to have so much. So there she is with her darling little face. And she's got the inlaid, it looks like coral or turquoise. And size-wise, I think we're talking 5.5. So it's tiny, but you could put it on a pinky. 5.5, and this one I'm doing at $48, and it's basically what I paid. So these are my break-even prices. This one I think came from Jason, and I don't remember because he did so many of these, Navajo style sales, and I bought a lot. This one fits me well, but this one has a really good vintage vibe, and it really is a beautiful piece of turquoise. It has the beautiful brown veining in it. I don't know turquoise except for Sleeping Beauty. I don't really know, the mines that they come out of, but it didn't polish it. It's got a nice patina on the piece. And this one it's right at a 7. I'm not going to push it. That's probably why this ring finger is a 7. So right at a 7. And this one I'm selling for $58. That's what I paid. You can go back and watch the video. Okie doke. This one is a really good deal, size-wise. Oh, this is a bigger one for you ladies that have bigger fingers. It's a 9. It's just a double, beautiful, double turquoise stoned ring. Much more delicate. Has the beautiful double shank. Just really sweet, and it looks great with all your other pieces. You know, I'm the queen of bring it on. Just wear it all, except for this one doesn't really go today. So that's just a great piece, and that's going to be a bargain. 38. So we're like along the lines like these two would be just great little bargains to pick up and wear together. This is mother of pearl. I've had this ring forever. I just thought it was the most gorgeous ring ever, but it's tiny. It's 5.5. I don't know if it gets on my ring finger. I'm afraid it won't come off, but it's the most beautiful piece of mother of pearl. Let me see if you can see that better. And it's like 1.5 inches. Really pinky oystery in color and has like striations in it. Beautiful. And it's sterling, and it has just beautiful detail on the side. Stunning piece. So for a 5.5-er, this one I'm selling for 38. And it was, I said, what, 7? Perfect 7? Or 5.5? Perfect 5.5. Don't get that one wrong. Perfect 5.5. I'm going to have to go back, watch this video, write it all down. I made no notes. It's just off the cuff. This one I had up in a recent video. It's really big. It's more for a man or a woman that has a wider finger. It's about a 10. A roomy 10 to 10.5. It's a little big on me, but it's a beautiful made in Israel band. It's vintage. It's not a snake, but it's just got a beautiful design running through it. And it's signed Israel, and I think it says sterling, or I can't remember now what it said. Israel 925. So that would be a gorgeous men's ring, a men's pinky, a men's ring finger, and this one is 48. Okay. This one is just a vintage, you can tell by the clasp, marcasite bracelet. I liked it because it kind of gave me some cross vibes there. It goes great with all my silver. I just have so many bracelets. I've got to tone it down. I've got one I just picked out for Christmas that's coming, and I've got to stop the madness. But this is sterling silver, beautiful condition, beautiful detail. Has the nice lock clasp. I know it works perfectly, but it's my eyeballs that don't work. Okay, well, it works. Trust me. I'm just, oh, there we go, blind as a bat. So that's it. What a beauty. So this one, because it's older and it's basically what I paid for it, and it's got beautiful marcasites, it's got some larger ones in the center and some smaller ones on the side. All the stones are there, and that one's 48. This one is a more modern style, and it's a turquoise sterling inlaid belt bracelet. And these are so cool as a layering piece. So I love this vintage bangle, but you can even throw them all together. And it just has like 3 little inlaid pieces of turquoise and the cute belt. Does this light ruin it? Let's go like this. It's too much light, maybe it's blaring or glaring. But just really delicate. See, it's a great stacker and in really good condition. I don't think it's barely been worn. Size-wise on this, because it adjusts, I'd say it would fit a 6.5 to like, how big can it go? Does it lock in? It stops locking in. Yeah, and my bracelet mandrel, I haven't opened it up yet, but it does get large. So I would say it would fit like a 6.5 to an 8, because I can just slide it on now. And that one, 38. Oh, my back started to hurt. Ooh, okay. here's a couple of, got another necklace. It's a kind of, I showed this in one of my first videos. I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful cameo carved on shell, and she has this beautiful pink iridescent color to her. Mother of pearl. Or shell. I think this one's a shell cameo. Yeah, it looks like abalone because it's got like the iridescence there. I added the little crystal bubble, but it's basically just on, it's not a rosary, it's just a chain that's white pearls with silver little kind of spacers, and together it's a cute look. Now, if you loved this piece and were like, you know what, I don't wear long, but I'd like it 18 inches short, just let me know. I'd be happy to do it for you before I ship it out, or if you think somebody would like it shorter. But this is all sterling, this piece is just an old silver tone necklace. And if you don't like the bubble at the bottom, we can just ditch that. I could also sell it on a chain. So, you know, if you like the piece, we can customize it. I'm at home, got all my tools right here. I can just fix it to your liking, or for someone that would like it. And this one is an amazing price of $48, because I have more in it than that. But what a great gift for less than $50. Okay. Did I ever put it on this so you can see it and appreciate it? Let's just show you really quick. Everything looks better on a black bust. It's beautiful. And it's also, I forgot, got garnets and marcasite. Most important part. So the piece itself for $48 would probably sell for that or more. So you're getting a beautiful chain with it and a really big look for that price. This one is costume, complete costume. I did a video on it because I bought it trying to start a costume in addition to my costume collection, but I don't really buy costume. I buy costume parts or pieces, and then I use those pieces in making my jewelry. But this one was so my vibe of my look. If you see, I have pieces of my own that just look just like this, an medallion with a beautiful fleur-de-lis. Now, I think it looks great short, like a really short necklace, and it's got a beautiful chain. Its listener is the jewelry designer from back, I don't know, 60s maybe. I don't know when this was, but beautiful condition, really nice chain. And the chain has a hook like this. So if you wanted to wear it short, all you have to do is hook it up here. So you've got both options. And this one, yeah, listener. So if you collect listener, or you just like beautiful French looking, you know, pieces, I love it. I think it has a really old treasure boxy look. This one's $48. Okie doke. This one I acquired recently and had it at my show. I love it. It's like a, not like an antique slide bracelet, but it's like a reproduction slide bracelet from probably like the 70s. It might be stamped, I didn't see it though, with a like costume jewelry stamp, but it is still a quality piece. It's like a book chain. They call them sliders because all the pieces used to slide on a chain, but this one has like, you know, 4-leaf clover, shield, all the pieces are intact, coral looking stone, like probably faux turquoise, but I'm telling you, it's a big look, and I'm wearing all gold, and I bought it to just kind of put on here, but again, I have too many bracelets coming, and I feel guilty, and I want to thin out my collection. One more turquoise ring that I love, beautiful, just, it's got the shadow box kind of floral leaves around the piece. A beautiful piece that looks like almost like Sleeping Beauty color. Very vivid blue. Alright. I got the worst mandrel in the world. This is a 7.5. And I just love it. This is really a nice, it's about almost an inch. And the stone is gorgeous. And it's got the double shank and a really big look, but like classic. Like, it, you know, you're not going with these big chunky monkeys. So I just think it's a beautiful addition. This one's $48. I'm whittling down to, this is a piece that was made by me, and take the price tag off, but it was a vintage, I believe it's a shoe buckle, and it's gorgeous because it almost has, I just love the design on it, and it has these like silver, like little shiny beads, and it's just beautifully made, silver tone. You can tell it's really old, and it only got one, which I just noticed today, itty bitty 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 bitty, which I barely noticed, bead out, which is kind of incredible for something this old. But you know, this was going on a while ago where people were just adding chains and making big look bracelets, which, you know, I just love it. So I kind of held on to one when I was making them because I thought it was exquisite, and it's can always be extended easily here. You could be adding yourself, or I could be adding a couple more links over, because I made this to fit my little wrist, and so it doesn't move, because you don't want it sliding around when you've got all this gorgeousness. One more thing I really want to grab. I really want to grab it. It might take me a minute to move some stuff. Anyways, this size-wise, this one is, I wouldn't really be hung up on the size, because like I said, I can easily add it. It's like a 7.5, but I can easily add, you know, an inch to each side, a half inch of some. I think I have a similar chain, or change it out to even a different chain, but this one's 48. This one is marked Mexico in 925, but it has a more of a gilver finish, and it's a panel bracelet, and I love it because it's like abalone. I'm going to put the light, the blinding light on it. Does that help at all? I think it's blinding. What about there? And it has like, kind of like a tiki or just an Aztec-y vibe, every other stone, but beautiful pieces of abalone with just different fluorescence and color. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces in the panel. It's a big, big look. You can wear this with silver and gold because it gives off a gilver. The patina now, and measuring it, this one wouldn't be adjustable unless you took it probably to a jeweler, and I wouldn't mess with it. So 7 inches closed, because I didn't add the closure. And it's signed there, Mexico 925. But these are older pieces still, because I have the a big panel bracelet that I'd love to sell, but I'm kind of holding on to it for you know, higher price show. But this one I'm selling for $75. And you see these all day long going for double that. Okay, not going to show that. Not going to show. I have a Jerusalem cross if anybody's interested. I haven't put it on a chain yet. It's new. It's not brand new. It's, you know, it's an older piece. This is how they made the plain ones. It's marked Jerusalem, and 900. It might be 900 if that's. I'm sorry. It's marked silver. I think 900. It could be an 8. I can't read it, but I always thought it looked like a 9. And they were made in Jerusalem. So if you see in the center, it's really hard to see, but they spell it out, Jerusalem there. These are, you know, these are done with stones in them. They're done huge. They're done little, but, you know, it's a real beauty. It comes from Jerusalem, so it's real special. And this could go on anything, a bead, a chain, long, short. So I just really didn't want to mess with it. And I'm selling that one for $38. So if anybody wants one, they go for double that. I want to show one more thing, because I really think before the holidays, somebody would really like it. So give me 2 secs. And I'll grab it, but I have 8 million things on top of it, so. And then we'll be done, and we'll see if we get any enthusiasm here. Because I got more and more to show every day, but I'm just trying to go slow, a little at a time. I'm not getting into the big guns yet. I don't want to scare anybody, but I want to show that I definitely have pieces. Actually, I'll show a couple of these. What the heck? Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is sort of a big gun that I should hold on to. I absolutely love it, but I've never worn it. Since, we're getting into Christmas and we're getting into New Year's, this is a Jason Adams piece. It was one of his first pieces. I was like trigger finger that day because, you've got to like press it fast to win the piece. Well, I won the piece. It's amazing. I mean, it's like butter. It's, it's got to have 1,000 rhinestones on it. Made to die. He said it was from the 80s. It's silver tone. When it closes, the coolest thing about it is it closes, if my fingers ever work, it closes, it snaps really tightly, but then into more of just a really like loose bangle, like meshy bangle vibe. And if I turn the light off, let's see what happens. See that big sparkle look that you get? So this one's big. I'll measure it, but he found this, and remember he was giving away, if you really followed him, he was giving away, what's her name, Bundy, jewelry pouch. It was like leopard, it was like kind of gauche, and it was in there. Because I remember seeing the preview and going, he just opens his thing up. This guy's got the best luck. He opens it up and he basically finds this bracelet in there. And he's like, oh, look at that. I've got the bracelet in there. So definitely, like, I'm small wrist and I can easily wear it because it cuffs. It doesn't slide off. And it has a bend in it. But this one is 8.5 inches. But, got a lot of room there. It could be extremely tight on you. See how much I have left over here? But yet I can still wear it. So I've got a good 1.5 inches of this metal left over. So did I say the price? I'm just selling it for $50, which is what I paid. Because I'm not really a costume girl. Now if I dunked this in a vat of metal darkener, made it look like, okay, it came out of, an estate or, the house of Medici and it's all diamonds. Like, I'm in Fantasyland with my jewels. This one is, not so much my fantasy because I like really old. Okay, $50 for that. This one I think is gorgeous, so I'm going to show it to you because, like I said, I have a lot of bracelets coming. This one would be $40. It's all sterling. It's like many chains, like almost liquid silver in there. I couldn't even count. 1, 2, gorgeous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm guessing about 8. It looks literally like white gold and real diamonds. It's vintage. It's got the older clasp, but it's sterling. Let me measure it first before I end up with a clasp that I fight to open. So counting from when it closes, it's a 7-incher. And so right now I've got on sterling with a darker patina, but this one is just goes with everything. And it's got just a really big, it feels another one, like this is even better than butter. I mean, this is like beautifully made. I mean, look at the back of this. The details exquisite. I have 75 on it, so I'm putting 48 on it because that was my show price. Because maybe some of you would like to pick them up as gifts or to wear yourself for the holidays. This one, I'm just going to put on because it's just been sitting here since the moment I bought it. And I'm like, it's gorgeous. Like, I wish I worked in a bank or I was like in politics and I wanted, or a CEO of a humongous company, and I wanted the most classic, gorgeous, this is all sterling, chain. And it has like a diamante, like a cut into the metal that gives it this shimmer. So I'm going to turn the light off because I think it's better without it. And I got it from, this was my first purchase, I think, from her. And I love her. She's so sweet. Gems and Vintage Finds. And she said she wore it, but you wouldn't know. This thing looks brand new. It's in perfect condition. She says it's Italian. I paid way up for it because I was starting to collect silver chains because I wanted to make a lot of beautiful sterling pieces this year. But when I got the chain, it was so beautiful. And it's not really one, like you could definitely add like a pendant. Like if I could pick one up, if I had a handy one. Like even if you wanted to, let's say, put your own thing on it. It could be done, but it's really that classic chain that you just wear as like a collar. you know, again, black dress or beautiful blouse or t-shirt. And the best part about it, and it feels, it's amazing. It's so quality. And I don't have the grams, but it's not super heavy, so I would assume it's like 20. Is on one of Jason's, I think it came in a lot, but I found literally like the matching earring. And it's like a beautiful set. And it's like a little 1-inch hoop. But this is Italian too, sterling. And I mean, just, they shimmer. They're so beautiful. Like, if somebody gave me this and I was like a classic. So I bought these. I think I paid like, I can't remember, 40 for that. And I'm saying I can't even remember what I paid for this. But, so I would sell this whole set for 160. I should really do 175, but it needs the right person. And if nobody bought it, I wouldn't care. It's classic, gorgeous. I'll have it. When I get a little bit classier and get out of my hippie phase, I'll wear it all day long. But they look brand new. If you were to give this as a gift, no one would think that this stuff didn't come like fresh right out of, you know, new stock. But it's not. These are vintage pieces that just have a perfect look, like not messed with at all. And the clasp on that is a big spring ring, so really easy to connect. A big one. Okay, so I think I said 160 on that. That literally is everything. It was more than I wanted to show, but it's out there. If you like anything, you can comment there. I'm going to have my phone number. I got texts the first, you know, hour. I did it last time. I was thrilled. I'm going to the post office tomorrow. If you see something, you just say, hey, Lori, I want this. Text me, and then we'll figure out if you want to PayPal or Venmo, and I'll get your address after the fact. And if you don't even want to comment and keep it private in the chat, or I'm sorry, the text, I think I'm going to go Premiere. I don't even know what that is, but I think I'm going to press that button and see what happens. Because last time I pressed it for the wrong video, and 3 people showed up, and I was like, oh my God. And I was wearing like the same sweatshirt. I mean, I'm nuts. That I wore like, I don't know, a month ago when I made a video. So I picked the wrong one. I'm like, and then I pricked it, and it was premiering in like 2 minutes. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not the video. I'm not wearing those glasses. So I have 3 really wonderful, sweet people that I know from other chats. I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry, bear with me. I've got to fix this. And then I put the right one on, and then I ended up getting contacted, and it was great. It made my life. So sorry this is droning on, but go through real fast the video, and if you like a piece, just stop and boom, let me know. They're all different prices. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back, watch it, and write it down. But I'm so tired of talking. I'm going to take a break. So thank you very much. I'm going to premiere this one too. I wore a different sweatshirt today and different crafts. So when I find it, I'm going to premiere it, and I might be in that chat. But if nobody shows up, you know, I'm just going to close the computer and just wait to see what happens. So bye, everybody. I do love the people that have been reaching out and complimenting and great feedback and now buying. And I just love you all, and I get it. It's such fun to buy on YouTube and to make all these friends, and we feel like I've known these people forever, and it's great. So anyways, hi, bye.